Hi, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I just wanted to do another video with you on my Entirely Bonkers journal. I'm almost at the stage where I've got all my pockets and tucks and things done. There's just a couple more that I wanted to do. So I thought I would just do those with you. I know I've got a few people that are new to junk journaling, and I think it's quite useful to see how we do different pockets and things. This one, I wanted to put a little pocket on the inside, and I've done it with some vellum that I had with the little roses on, so that you can see through that pocket when I put something in it. So I'll put something in it. We did that one with the flip out. What else did we do? That one is that's left over on the one of the digitals that I had left over that I've put in there. I've added some fabric bits and pieces along the way. We made that pocket, and I've put that I've gone mad. Have I gone mad? That was one of the quotes from My Porch Prince. I've put a double pocket on there with the mushrooms. I think we might have done that together last time. Got the bunny peeking there. We did the cat CD case flip there. I've done this one that I didn't do with you, and that's part of one of the Alice pages, and I've just put a journaling card in there, and it says we're all mad here, and that's the Mad Hatter. That's one of Amy's digis. What does she call them? She does them on a glow forge. I can't think what you call them. I've done that card to go in there. It says it's no use going back to yesterday because I was a different person then, and I've just put Alice on there, and that does go in there. I'm at an awkward ankle. Come on, in you go. There we go, it's in. And I did a little journaling card just there as well, and I need to just stitch around that one, and that just fits in there. We did this together. We've done the flips. We did this last time. That's going to have a journal card in there, and then I've just put this lady, she's Alice. I've just put her on there and tucked that little card behind her so that the bunny peeks out there. And I wanted to put something on here. Right, we'll do that first, shall we? So what was I thinking for putting there? I think I was thinking that I might like to do another vellum pocket, and I'm thinking, I've got this from I live in the UK, and I bought this in a shop called The Range, and it was only cheap. I think it was only a quid or something, a couple of quid, 1.99, something like that. It wasn't very expensive, and it's all got all different vellum pages that are already printed on, different patterns and things on them. So I thought that might be quite appropriate, and you can see through it. It's kind of a rose. I think you can see better through the camera than I can here. So I'm going to make a pocket, and I want to put this at the back of the pocket so that when you take a card out, you can see that through the vellum. That's what I want to do. And I think I'm just grabbing this. This is the Spilling Tea kit from Amy, and I think this is what I'm just going to use. So that is too wide, so I don't need it as wide as that. Trying to think what I want to do with this. I think I'm going to cut this down, obviously, so it's narrower, of course. I'm trying to think as I'm doing it again. I thought I'd thought what I wanted to do, but now I'm doing it, I haven't. I don't think I want it as tall as that, and that was nowhere near level. I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom as well. So what height does that give me? Well, I'm going to do it 6.5, and then we'll see where we go with it. So that's going to be what you see at the back of the pocket when the pocket's on. So it's going to be a pocket, and I might leave it so that you can tuck something behind it again at the back. So I'm going to want to fold these and this is going to stick behind it. Trying to think as I'm going. I don't want that much of a fold over. If I do it a bit less than... Trying to think, folks. Sometimes it really is a struggle. Let me cut this off. So I'm going to cut it off at 1/2 inch. Just so I can get a feel for what I'm trying to do. And I'll be turning it up at the bottom as well. So then that, I don't know if I'm in screen, that's going to go in there. That's going to fold over like that, and it's going to have a vellum pocket on it. Okay, so that will work. But I'm not going to want these flaps to be as big. So I'll kind of, oh, what's that doing there? I want some double-sided tape. I find vellum's quite difficult to stick to things sometimes. So I'm going to put vellum tape. I'm going to put double-sided tape on the insides, not the outsides. What a nana. Gosh, that would have been a bit of a disaster, wouldn't it? So I'm going to put the vellum, start again. I'm going to put the double-sided sticky tape on the inside of the folds. Let's think how tall I want this to be. I don't want it to be any taller than that, so let's cut that off there. Right, I've got the size that I need now. So let me just put sticky tape on. I might trim it down a bit more. It's great when you're not sure what you're doing, isn't it? I think you've mostly enjoyed this series. I think the next video that I do is likely to be the flip through. I'm doing this before I'm recording this one before the Easter weekend, but I've got a few commitments over Easter, and my husband and I are going away after Easter, so I need to get this done and dusted. So I think this will be the last video that I do of constructing my pockets and things like that, and then I'll just make the pockets without pockets. The things that go in pockets, that'll be tags and things, won't it? Without you. That looks better on top, doesn't it? So I'm going to cut these flaps down. I don't want them as wide as that. So I'm only going to have them a tad more than 1/4 inch. I'll cut that one off. I've probably cut too much off these now, but never mind. It won't be the end of the world. So they will go in like that. That will go in there like that. That will go on there like that. And then it will have the vellum on top like that. And I think I am happy with that. So I want the vellum to be on here. I'm probably not making a lot of sense. I don't want the vellum to be any more than 3 3/4 inches. I want the rose to be in the middle ish. So I'm just going to slip. Cut this down to 3 3/4. I think the person that I saw doing these sorts of windows, it was one of Roxy's weekly challenges, and it was one that she did at least last year, if not the year before. 3 3/4 I said, didn't I? Okay, so that's that cut. That should be cut to the width now to fit in there, and it is. So you can kind of start to see what it's going to look like. I'm going to cut it off a little at the bottom. Make it 7 inches. Because I don't want the dark rose to be right over the image, because I think it'll be too dark to see. Get rid of those scraps. Could actually take a little bit more off it, couldn't I? A little bit. Double-sided sellotape gets everywhere. Oh dear. There we go. Stick it over there. Right, I'm going to stick this in. So I've put some glue on the back of this image, and I'm going to stick it to the back of that pocket, because this is the decoration at the back of the pocket. Okay. Hoping I'm making sense, folks. It'll be a first, won't it? So I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to be cutting it down a little bit, so I'm not bothered about that. And that's going to go on there. So I'm going to cut 1/2 inch off there. Not quite 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to go for it. I might put a divot in there. No good doing that unless it's the right height. I'm not going to, I'm going to stick it in. I'm going to stick that in there. And the way I'm sticking it in is by taking off my double-sided sellotape, lining that up. Oh, I hate double-sided sellotape. It sticks to everything but what you want it to. So I'm going to stick that side down. I just find if I put wet glue onto vellum, it curls and wrinkles, a bit like me, a bit wrinkly. 1, 2, and then the bottom one. And then that's stuck down nicely there, isn't it? Cut that down to 6.5. Get rid of those little bits. Okay, how are we doing? Gosh, 13 minutes. Who knew things could take so long? Well, you know it takes a long time with me, don't you? And then that's going to go on there. It could go at the side like that, and I could glue it on 3 sides and it could have something behind it. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I do. I don't think I'm going to fit that in there to do a notch. It might actually. Won't be anywhere near in the middle. Too late. It's done. Oh, that's okay. And then I'm going to glue it 1, 2. I might find some words to put on there, or I might put a couple of the roses on. I don't know, but you can see through it. So it's like a vellum pocket. So I'm going to glue this on 2 sides. Oh, there's my glue. Not that side, so I want glue there. It could be done as a flip. It could, you know, I'm doing it as a corner pocket kind of thing. You can do what you like with these, can't you, once you've made them. I've double-sided taped myself. Oh gosh, golly, I have. Right, that's sticking on there. So that's just on those two sides, down there and there. So it can be a tuck spot there and it's a pocket there. So I'm pleased with that. So we've done that one. I think that looks nice. And I'll think about whether I want to decorate it. I mean, I've got a couple of the mushrooms left, so I might well put, oh, they look quite nice, don't they? So I may well put some mushrooms on it and a flower. I just haven't decided yet what I want to do. So that's that one done. That flips out. Got a ruffle on. We did that, and I've made the journal card with the tea bag tag coming out the teacups. And that goes in there. It doesn't go any lower because if you remember I stuck the flower on there, so that doesn't go any lower. I'm going to put something on there as a tab. That's got a tab on it. That's a writing place. We've got this one here. And my thought for this one was to put one of the postcards that I've got on there. I quite like that one actually with the dog, so that you can flip it out and see that. And then this is an envelope, obviously, that you can So I think I am going to do that. I'm going to put that one on there. I could spend ages looking at these and think, which ones do I want? Do I want Alice? I quite like that one actually. I think I've changed my mind. Drink Me, the kitten. I think I'll use that one. We'll use Alice. So I want to stick that on there. And I'm going to do it a little, so it's just a little bit away, because I want to make sure that you can actually put something inside that envelope without too much fuss and bother. There we go. And then that is going to go on there, so that then that will flip out and you can put something in there. And I'll glue it down on. A few people have asked me why I don't stitch my pages in before I start adding pockets. I know some people do, and I don't, because I just find it easier to take the pages out as I'm working on them. As you're making a journal, the pages get very bumpy, and I find that my pockets start to curve over the bend of the page, and I might want to stitch something like this is quite thick card, so I might want to stitch this in once it's been glued in to make sure it isn't going anywhere. So, you know, it's personal choice. I think if you're new to journal making, try different ways and find what suits you best. This I found suits me best. I know it doesn't, or it wouldn't suit everybody, but it suits me, so that's what I do. And I'm sure you'll be the same. So that's going there. That will flip out and it's a little pocket. And then I think I might add a stitch round there, just because it is quite a thick card. I would have liked, if I had thought about it, to have clipped that corner, just rounded it a little bit. So I've done it as an afterthought, but it's worked. There we go. That's better. So that's that one. This is going to be bursting at the seams, I think, this journal. But I like that. Flip out, tuck behind. Okay. I know when I move things that it keeps going all out of sync, doesn't it? So I'm sorry, I'm moving it around. Just trying to get everything back in place. I showed you that I'd made that with the little dangles on. That's just a paper clip. Got the roses, we did that. This one, I have decided I want to have a little flip out there. I'm just going to cut a wee bit off of it, just because it's about as high as the page and I don't want it to be sticking out over the page. This paper is from Amy's Peeled Paint and Roses, but I just thought the roses, it was a nice add-on, a nice touch. I think I'm going to round those corners as well, you know. Why not? And then that will go on there, and then that will flip out there, and then that's from Amy's Buttons. I think it is called Buttons, that kit. So that's going to go on there as a flip out, and then you can write on there, put a picture, you can write on that. I could put a pocket on the back of this, and I might do. I'm at the stage now where I'm holding off putting any extra pockets to what I'd thought about until I see how big, fat and squishy the journal's actually getting. Because you don't want it so that it's completely unusable because you've got too much stuff squidged in. And I need to remember that whoever has this journal will want to add their own bits and pieces to it as well, won't they? So that's in there, and that's just a flip out with the buttons on. I wonder if I would like to put a butterfly on there. Oh, I had one in my hand then, and it flew away. I think I would like a little butterfly on there. I think that looks quite nice. I was actually just debating whether to have another card on there. But I think what I might do is, they're not covered on the back because they're there to stick on something or to add a back to. But I might try and remember to add a couple of those into the envelope that's going to go in the middle. Just so that if somebody wants it, you know, to decorate it that little bit more, they can. What else have I got in here? Got a cup and saucer. White Rabbit's too big. Got a nice blue cup that covers up the rose. We don't want to do that. Got a knife, fork and spoon. We don't want that. I've got these playing cards, but again, I think they're just too big, aren't they? But what I'm thinking is they could go there. They could go there, and it could be a tuck. If I mounted it on card, that could be a little tuck spot there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So what I will do is I will, because this is just copy paper, but I think I'm going to glue it onto some card, and then I'm going to glue it kind of there and there, and then I will be able to put just a little journaling card of some description. If I do it like that, so that I can glue down there, there and there, then a card can go in there. So I am going to do that, folks. So I'm going to leave that there to remind me that's what I'm going to do, and I'm still going to put this butterfly on. And I think those tumbling cards that I've just put in there, I am sure that they are from Andrea Allen. That's Artie Mays. I'm sure that they are from her Alice in Wonderland kit. I've used her Alice kit before, and I'd kept some of the cutouts. So I'm going to put that in there as a little tuck pocket. I need to back it onto some card. So that was a good find. So that'll be on there. Yep, like that. Tuck that in. Oh, do you know, I thought for a minute that went all the way up to the corner, but it doesn't. Happy with that. We've got that. We've got this. Okay. So I want this to be a pocket. I think it's going to be a top tuck pocket. Did I have my scoreboard out? Oh, I did. I've put it right over there. So I am going to score I'm going to score it about 3/4 of an inch because the page is torn. I'm going to score that about there. Turn it over. I'm going to score it at the bottom about 1/2 an inch. I've got my little Alice in Wonderland and I've got my little Queen of Hearts that are splattered beyond. They've got measles now. They have the measles. I think sometimes when you splatter with a paintbrush, you either get a little bit of ink. Well, I got a great dollop of ink. It wasn't a little bit of ink. I'm not very good at mixed media. It makes me very nervous. And that, honestly, it just didn't turn out so well, did it? I am going to put this on here. And then I'm going to... That's got the other flap on it, you see. That is still quite... I'll turn over a bit at the top. Just to strengthen it a little bit. This paper's not too thin. It's book page, but it's not, it wasn't a skinny book page. But I am going to just strengthen it at the top a little bit. Okay. So that's going to be my pocket. Yep, I'm okay with that. If I put it down at the bottom, yep, I'm okay with that. So I'm going to stick this on it. And this is from Amy's Abstract, I believe it's called. I think the kit is just called Abstract, and it's where she's done lots of just circles in blues and greys. It's really rather pretty. I'm going to stick it on there. Oh, there's my card. Hadn't run away far, had it? So that's going on there. And then that is going to be the other flap for the pocket. Don't need it that wide, do I? Cut that bit off. There we go. Go through de-sticky contamination after all of this, I think, me included. Look, I've even splattered my mat. So that's my pocket with the tuck at the top. I could have got rid of that through the looking glass, couldn't I? Because I'm now going to punch through it. Never mind. Not very central. Do any of you get a central punch when you do it? I know I don't. I think I'm doing it centrally. Okay. And then I am going to put these on. Just going to put them on. Like so. Do I want them standing on a rose? some pink roses. Oh, I quite like that actually, with having them joining with a rose. What do you think? Got the window open, you can probably hear an aeroplane flying by. No. I should have looked at this before you came, shouldn't I? I don't think I like the roses. I don't know. Maybe they need to all be in a rose. Too much? Maybe it is too much. A little butterfly there with a squished antenna. What's it look like through the window? I think it just looks like it's too much, don't you? I think you can't see, well, you can see them, but I just think it's too much. Maybe less. Maybe more is less. I quite like the butterfly. I think I like it, but I'm going to think about it. Only because I'm not sure if it's too much. That's the page it's going to go on. And I don't know why I'm thinking it's too much, because this journal is so colourful, and actually now I'm seeing it like that, I think it adds more colour to it. So I think I am going to add them. That's my decision made. And if you don't like it, well, I think I like it. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue on there to put that one on there. That one on there. And then I'm going to attach this one I just wanted to try and combine them so it looks like they're growing in the garden. A bit like that, so that then the Queen can be in the rose garden and Alice is walking along. Yep, there we go. That can go there and that can go there. Okay, right, get the glue down, Carol. Get it down before you change your mind. I do find it difficult because I like what I do. I'm always unsure about what I do. That's just my nature. But I want other people to like it as well. I don't want people to look at it and go, what on earth was she thinking? And I don't think you do, but do you know what I mean? We're not going to have the very measlesy Queen. We're going to have the less measly Queen. Perhaps I need a different brush. Perhaps I just need to perfect my technique for splattering. Off with her head. I might actually have that. Oh, I like the butterfly there, look. Do I want Alice kind of behind that rose? No, I don't think I can have her behind the rose. Right, Alice, come on, Alice, you can come on too. Come on board. Come on down. Do I like the rose, the butterfly up there? Or do you think that the Queen has disturbed it? I think the Queen has probably disturbed it from the flowers. It was resting. It had a hard day. But then again, it might be nice. I think I'm going to put it up there. Final decision, Carol. Snap decision. Okay. Oopsie. That page back. And then it's going to stick in here. And it's going to be a top tuck spot in there. Yep. So let's get that stuck in. I'm going to need some big journaling cards, I know that. I say I haven't even thought about that bit yet. I might use some of the kit pages for journaling cards because the images are just so pretty, and especially when it's a big, needs a big one like this one will. And I haven't left it as a tuck at the side because I think the journal's just getting too big. So that is just a pocket. But it isn't a waste of journaling space because there'll be something in there that you can journal on. So it doesn't, you don't lose that journaling space. But actually, I like that. What do you think? Do you like it? Okay, that's that. I'll make sure that the heart is glued down. If not, I'll put a dib of glue behind it. I'm happy with that. We've got that. Gosh, look how fat it is. And it hasn't got cards in it yet. Oh my word. The back page, what I wanted to do on the back page was, this is from a book, and it's a book I had as a child. It was a falling apart book and it had really old images in. And I just want to put it as a flip. But I'm just going to do what I've done before and have just a little tuck space behind it. I don't know where these papers are from. Sorry. I don't know. But I thought the hearts were quite appropriate because it's the Queen of Hearts. So it's a similar setup to what I did on the front. So I'm going to, because it's an old paper, when I folded it, it cracked. There isn't a right and a wrong, I don't think, for that. Whichever way you have it there. They're all up and down, aren't they? Tumbling hearts. So I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to just put that on there like that. For some reason, something's not level, is it? Shall we have a look? It's probably my eyes that aren't level. Take a snip off there. That's not quite level. It is now. So that's just going to glue in there. I'm all fingers and thumbs, folks, I'm sorry. That's going to go on there. Then it's going to go like that with the hearts tumbling down. Do we prefer the hearts that way? I don't think there is a right and a way. I'm double guessing myself now, folks. I'm going to have just diamonds in a minute. Who knew hearts could be such trouble? Let's see what these ones look like, and then we can have a guess as to which we think we might like the best. I think I prefer that with lots of hearts, actually. Right, that's what it's going to be. That's a decision made. So again, you've seen me do this before. I'm just going to glue this in. So I'm sandwiching it inside. And then I'm just going to glue this down. Gluing the edges really, really well. Oh, my voice went funny then, didn't it? Let's just squish it down. I like that. And then that's just going to be a little side tuck. Don't glue the side tuck down, Carol. How often do you stick down the bit where your opening to your pocket is, folks? And then that. Sorry, am I off screen? All I've done is put my glue 1, 2, 3. Sorry if I went off screen. I was concentrating. So that's going to be a little tuck spot, and I might well put one of those in there just so that somebody can have it. I don't know what make they are. I think it says Macmillan Alice. And these are illustrated by Sir John Tenniel. So I thought that might go in there. There we go. So that is my Alice. That's looking at it from the front. And I haven't put any, or very few journal cards in there at the moment. So it is going to be a big chunky journal. I will put it between a couple of heavy books to flatten it for a bit overnight, and I will get on and crack on and get it completely finished. So I do hope you've enjoyed this collaboration with Amy and I, and I will catch you for the flip through. So take care, everyone. Bye bye.